that God appeared already to Abraham, and he left his eyes, and somewhere else he saw three men. This is not what the book says. You stupid idiot, this is your translation. And the Lord appeared into him. Where? In the front of the, he was in the front of his tent, in his tent. And he lifted his eyes up and looked. And lo, there is three men stood by him, not somewhere else. So the Bible saying he appeared to him, who? The Lord. How he saw the Lord? He saw three men. So the word Lord goes to the three men, not one. So saying that, oh, already he saw the Lord. So look at the stupid, this is stupid, a kid. They have a gray hair, but they are so silly and so wicked. Imagine the Lord is already with Abraham in the tent, and Abraham, he go busy with the three men to feed them. Imagine the Lord is now with Abraham, and Abraham, he saw three men, so he ignored the Lord, he go to serve the three men. This is what he's saying, correct? Are you with me? Are you understanding what happened now? So like, hey Lord, who cares? I mean, I had three men. Like, just you stay here, stay in the tent. I will go back to you. I have three visitors. I'm going to go and do dishes and shish kebab and hummus and feed them, and I will be back to you, okay? Just don't go. I mean, it's just how stupid donkey you are. So the verses says it clearly that the Lord appeared to him. What he saw three men, not in somewhere else, you donkey. Let me play it again to show you how those people are a bunch of Ashkenazi stupid.
Okay. 18 of Genesis, verse 1. And the Eternal appeared unto him in the plains of Mamre, and he sat in the tent door in the heat of the day. So God comes to Abraham when Abraham is in the tent.
Right.
Okay. Then it says, and he, who is that?
Abraham.
Lifted up his eyes and looked and beheld three men stood by him. Okay, now wait a minute. God is already there. So he lifts up his eyes with God next to him, with God with him.
Also God next to him, like he is next to me, and then the three men is there. So here, like, not only this is stupid, it's an insult to God to say so. Like God is next to Abraham, like almost like they are in the same line. And there's a three men there. And now suddenly, God don't want to speak, it's the three men speaking. So if God is there, you donkey, you potato. Who need those three men? What they will do exactly? So silly and so stupid. And here you see how this guy, he's a rabbi, as he called himself, Rabbi Stuart Fedoro. I will make you stew. This is a rabbi, and this is a rabbi, and every one of them give you different story. And both of them, they are Ashkenazi. And both of them, nobody called them rabbi except themselves. If we go to Genesis 18, and we look at the conversation here, what Abraham spoke to the three men saying, Adonai, Hashem. Remember, I'm using the Jewish translation, not, let me zoom in. He called him what? Adonai. Between two brackets, Hashem, see volume 13. So when God he appeared to Abraham, why Abraham will call anyone else Lord if there is only one Lord and the Lord is beside him? And how the angels became his lords. We continue. Is that going to stop here? No. Abraham is going to serve those three guests. He want to make food for them. Abraham, he went all the way to Sarah, and he said to her, quickly made food, as we see in verse number 6. Obviously, Abraham is so excited for those three visitors. And here you notice that obviously Abraham and Sarah, they did not notice that this is God yet, right? Because he is just excited for guests. All right? In the beginning, it says the three men. Abraham is excited. But Abraham, he knew what Sarah do not knew. This is why he's calling Adonai. So Abraham ran and he brought a calf, tender and tove, and gave it into the servants, and he hasted to prepare it. And here you see the rest, like preparing for food. And they said who? The three men. Why the three men are saying the same words? The three, they spoke in the same time, saying, where is Sarah? Sound like they are speaking as a one person. So imagine I'm sitting and there's two guys next to me, and when we say something, three of us, we say the same thing. It's like one brain, three mouths, right? They said who? All of them. Where is Sarah, the wife? And here we notice that those men are not just normal men, because how they knew even his wife's name? He's just a guy in a tent in the middle of nowhere. So they are coming to him specifically, and they knew about his wife. He said, certainly, I will certainly return into thee, and this time next year. Here you notice says, and he said. He said. All right. He who? Rabbi? God. Who is the one is talking? Is one of the three men. I will certainly return into thee at this next time, or next year, and your wife Sarah, she will have a son. Sarah, she was in the entrance, and she heard what he said. All right? Now Abraham and Sarah were Zukinim, like they are very old, and well stricken in age, like the age took over them, you know, like they are really, really old. So Sarah, she laughed. This person, he said something very funny. And she is saying to herself, well, I'm very grown old woman. How in the world I'm going to have, you know, a child, you know? What are you talking about? Isn't it this is mission impossible? How that can happen? Can a man do that? Can a man, he promised such a thing? Then in verse number 13, you will see again, it says, then God, he said to Abraham. Which one is God? One of those three, right? It's called Hashem. Into Abraham, why did Sarah laugh? Shall I, which I am old, of a surety bear a child? If there is anything too hard for Hashem? Hashem said, anything is impossible for Hashem. Was that three men talking, or at least one of them? Yes. So this guy, when he tried to cover up, he is just a doo-doo. This guy, he tried to be smarter. He said, we go to Genesis 19, and we will find that the two angels, they left. In fact, you are a stupid idiot. You do not need to go to Genesis 19. You can go to Genesis 22, 18, 22. It's in the same chapter. You are a certified ignorant. But if you go in verse number 22, you will see something very nice. And the men, which men? The three men, turned their faces and they went toward Sodom. Still Abraham facing God. I want to teach this this rabbi. The reason he did not mention here the men, because here doesn't say the numbers of those men who left. It says here only the men turned their faces from the present of Abraham and they left. So in Genesis 19 verse number 1, make it clear how many of those men left. Two of them. Let us go there. Not the three. Here it doesn't show, it appears like to be the three. It says the men, they turned their faces and they went into Sodom. So if we go to Genesis 19, and again I will use the Jewish translation, and this is the one Tovia Singer trying to prove his point that those are angels. They went away to Sodom, but Hashem still there. All right, let me and by the way, if you don't like this translation, if you are a Jew, you don't like this translation, you can choose any translation you wish. No problem with me. All right.